What's the biggest difference between competitors in, let's say, like America, Danaher, B Team, all these places over here in America versus like in the UK, and why are we so much better at jujitsu? No.
I would argue with you, but you just literally are so much better than us at jiu-jitsu. Uh, well, I don't know. Maybe In-N-Out Burger's pretty good. That might have something to do. No, I mean, what's the difference? Um, I think as a country, we're much more competitive in nature. I think that helps the like overall attitude. You get a lot of, you have like wrestling as part of growing up, and it's very much like you're taught. From what I understand, I mean, I'm English. I didn't grow up in America, but I'm guessing you all got taught to always try and come first place, and if you're not first, you're lost, and all that kind of thing. So that probably helps. But um, I think England for a while had the same thing that like the lower level competitors have of like, oh well, we're England and we can't compete against America because they're just better and we're not. We don't have what they have. I think we have a lot of what you guys have now. I just think you guys have a much bigger volume of better athletes, and you guys have got Danaher living there. I mean, it's mostly centralized around Texas now, but you've got amazing athletes out in San Diego and New York. Literally, east to west coast is just like there's every state you can go into and just find an amazing gym. So I would say the main thing is just your volume of athletes that you've got. We're slowly, there's a lot of really good athletes coming out of England. We've got people like Owen O'Flanagan, Owen Jones just won ADCC trials, and there's just a ton. There's just a ton of talent coming through the UK right now. But yeah, to answer your question, it's I would just say you guys have a much bigger volume of athletes at the moment, but I hope you guys hold on to these memories because they're
Hey, it was Brazil for a long time, right? And then America slowly started taking over. No, I talked to Mike Bates, who is from the UK, and he has his own academy over there. And it's a Gracie Baja Livingston, I think what it is. But he was talking about how he has like 300-400 members in his academy alone now, and I think it's cool seeing other places in the world starting to like blow up. I mean, you guys have Hodger Gracie. He's been there since like the early 2000s, right?
we
So
do.
he's
Yeah.
it's getting much bigger over there, which is cool to see. And I like it because it allows for more competitive jiu-jitsu, more knowledge to grow. It allows better opportunities instead of it just being focused in one area because it brings more minds into it. You know what I mean? So it's definitely cool seeing other places in the world getting better at jiu-jitsu, bringing up world star athletes. In your eyes, who's besides yourself, obviously, who do you see coming up in the UK that's making a good spot on the scene that people should look out for?
Well, people who should well coming up, I would say Owen O'Flanagan, but I feel like he's not really coming up anymore. He's pretty much made it. But
Hmm.
like him, I think like one of the first guys was Ross Nichols because Ross Nichols was the first guy I'm aware of who was like an English grappler in ADCC. There might be other ones too, but like he was the first guy I was aware of who'd like competed in ADCC, and people were like, "Oh, JT Torres couldn't pass his guard." I was like, "What the fuck?" And I trained with him, so he was like a pioneer. But like right now, yeah, we've got Owen O'Flanagan coming. He's just amazing at what he does. I get to train with him like reasonably often, and then Owen Jones just won under 66 trials, so congratulations to him. That's fucking sick. Um, he's a really good grappler. Um, who else would I say is coming up? Who's really good? Um, well, we obviously have Owen Livesey now, but he's not really coming up anymore. He's done really, really well. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think of someone who's not a direct competitor of mine that I don't like. Um,
It's so basically, if Ollie didn't mention your name, he doesn't like you.
yeah, I can't really think of that many people off the top of my head. Shane Curtis is really good.
Yeah, Shane Curtis, the goth kid.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know who he
Shane,
is. Yep.
Shane's really good. I think he's quite underrated, to be honest. I think he's going to do really well. Um,
I saw a video of him, just to talk about him real quick. I saw a video of him. I'm pretty sure he blew up after this, but he was in fully in a rear naked choke, and he got out of
Oh, yeah,
it during a competition.
yeah,
And that reel like blew up, and that's how I found him, was on Instagram. I started following him.
yeah.
So
He did that on Polaris. Shane's cool because he's like found a really cool brand for himself as well. You know, and that's something that's really important as a jiu-jitsu athlete. It's something I probably haven't. Because I'm not a money focused person. I don't. It's just not something that motivates me. I'm interested in living a life that is full of like working towards who I want to be rather than what I have. That's the main thing for me, I would say. But yeah, Shane's done a really good job of marketing himself and branding himself with all the goth stuff and his tattoos and his look, and he's just an interesting guy. So yeah, I would say him. Yeah, I'm really struggling to think of other people for some reason, but I'm sure there. If any of other ones come to me throughout the episode, I'll tell you.